Hey everybody, One Empire here. Today, got another Jetboil sumo video. Under here, I've got the V8 aluminum can stove. Some people call it a penny stove. The Jetboil sumo. I've taken the neoprene off and the handles off. This is kind of a test for camping food options. So what I'm doing right now is I'm hopefully making pho. This has been boiling for just a couple minutes. I've got some of these noodles in here. These are the wide rice noodles, a little bit wider than you normally see for pho. And some nice pho paste. The noodles are about ready, so I'm going to go ahead and stir in a little bit of pho paste. And I think if I had the opportunity to, I'd maybe bring some freeze-dried carrots and, well, onions. Stuff that you'd normally find. Because this paste, while it is good by itself, it does lack a little bit. But really, you can put this stuff in the vacuum sealer. I think it'd be good for any duration of trip. I have friends that keep these out in the open. I refrigerate mine, but that's going to be your call. So that looks like about the right consistency. I'm going to give it a little taste here. I'm going to do a little bit more. It needs a little bit more salt. I might cheat and put some beef bouillon on there. But this is basically how you do it. And so the main purpose of this video is to show that while not perfect, even an amateur like me can make some nice pho type noodle soup. Obviously there's no meat here, but if you're creative enough or you happen to have some dehydrated beef, you could definitely throw that in there. And this alcohol stove, by the way, has been running for 24 minutes, and it's still burning on. And this is definitely not large. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but it's 2 V8 energy juice cans, and they're still burning there. I found that if you put a support on this Jetboil Mini-Mo cup, while instead of being supported directly on the stove, alcohol stove itself, that it will burn a lot hotter. And it looks like we just burned out, so we're at almost 25 minutes. And it might have actually been burning for about 30 seconds. So we'll say 25 minutes of burn time. We had boil at about 15 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and call this done. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. So this is an at-home trial. Because if you're going to be camping or backpacking, definitely want to be able to know that you can make this. You know, noodles are a pretty good backpacking food because they're light. And if you have a way to boil them, then you're good to go. Preferably rice noodles for me. If you're not into the whole gluten thing, or you have an actual condition, then that'd be the way to go, obviously. I'm sure you already know that. And of course, the Jetboil butane, isobutane, propane tanks, and the normal system is a lot faster and works probably a lot better than this. I was just basically doing a proof of concept for using my alcohol stove to create a meal more than just boil water, and it seems like it would work pretty well. In all honesty, I'm going to be sticking with the Jetboil's standard setup though, because you'll have handles and you'll have the koozie to help insulate, and it's just designed around that. But for anybody looking to kind of expand their current abilities, if you have a Jetboil type setup, you can use it with an alcohol stove. Let's see if I can bring this thing off here. I don't have any type of let's go ahead and take it off the heat so you can see my little V8 stove. It's a first attempt. It's very ugly. but it actually works like you just saw. So there it is. Capacity isn't that great, but again, for a first attempt it works. And if you happen to have alcohol and no more butane or jet fuel, I don't know what they call it, you do have an option to cook your food, or at least boil some water. So I'm gonna discontinue rambling, and hopefully this gave you guys some ideas on how to cook with a Jetboil, maybe pack lighter. Oh, by the way, I was using denatured alcohol fuel, but there's other fuels obviously you could use. So thanks for watching. This was one of my first live videos straight to YouTube, so hopefully it wasn't too terrible, and I appreciate it. Check out my other videos, and thanks for checking out my channel.